Hey there people, so today I thought I'd share with you a great source of raw vegan protein and a source of protein and food that I regularly consume as part of my vegan diet, and that is sprouted pulses like mung beans, chickpeas and lentils. And dried, these are about 20% protein on average, and obviously that's less when you see them in tin because that includes water weight. Anyway, I find the best way to sprout these is in this Biosnacky 3-tier sprouter. So, and you could have a layer of chickpeas, layer of mung beans and a layer of lentils in there and sprout them. So I'll go in there with the mung beans. This is a good bean for sprouting as it can be eaten raw. I buy them organic mung beans for sprouting. It's important to get them that are suitable for sprouting because of the way some of these things are stored after harvest. They're not suitable, and so just look for that when you're buying them to get pulses that are suitable for sprouting. And then next layer we'll go with chickpeas. Now, getting dried things like chickpeas, these are organic, and again I checked they were suitable for sprouting. But getting the organic dried beans works out about half the price of getting tinned, pre-cooked beans. So it can be a cheaper way of getting that whole food, healthy protein into your diet, organic. So a layer of chickpeas. Now you can, when you sprout these, you can have them raw in salads, or you could cook them in curries and stir fries, that kind of thing. And you could even make a sprouted hummus with them. And like I said, it does work out a little bit cheaper than buying tin beans as well. And then a layer of lentils. Now, when you're looking at the nutrition, obviously some raw foodists swear by eating everything raw, so this is a good source of raw protein if you're on a raw diet. But when you look at the science, like sprouted lentils versus cooked lentils, some nutrients the sprouted are higher in and some the cooked are higher in, and it looks like both are very good for you and both would be beneficial to include in your diet, both cooked and sprouted. So until we get further evidence, I don't think there's any need to go completely raw. But if you want a good healthy raw protein in your salads, it's good to use sprouted pulses like this. So we put them back on there, and then if you see this 3-tier sprouter, it's got this like red valve which lets water slowly down to the next layer. So you fill it up and let it drain down slowly, and it's captured in the bottom there. You empty that the next day, fill it up again. So it only you need to, when you first put the beans in, fill it up just to above the red valve, and that'll drain down. And then next day, empty the bottom, fill it again with water in the morning, empty it again in the evening, and fill it again, at night. So just twice a day. So you just pour the water on. This will soak those dried pulses and begin that germinating process, and we'll get that healthy, vital energy of those sprouts bursting into life, bursting into the protein, and that protein will burst into your vegan body and enrich you with all those nutrients and healthy, clean protein, no cholesterol, none of that IGF raising cancerous properties that you get in animal products. So anyway, you can see that, let the water drain through, and then in a couple of days these will be sprouting and ready to eat. Some take a little longer depending on the type of sprout, but 2 or 3 days they're going to be ready to eat. And I find the best thing to do when they're ready, because you won't be able to eat them all in one go, is when they look at the right length of sprout, put them in a plastic tub in the fridge, and that'll stop them going too far, because when they get too sprouted they have a bad taste and they're not really good for eating then. So yeah, let's check them out when they're starting to sprout. So this is the sprouts the following day. Take the lid off. You see they're starting to sprout. Chickpeas not really started any noticeable sprouting yet. Lentils starting to sprout. So you empty the water from the bottom. And fill it up again so they get a good rinsing. Just over the red valve. That'll drain down between the layers. Hey there people, so this is the second day after I began the sprouting process, and let's have a look at them. The mung beans have sprouted right out there, looking good. There's a lot of sun around at the minute, so they're sprouting pretty quickly because it's the British summer and we've had a red hot summer. Chickpeas looking good, sprouted, and the lentils sprouted nicely. Now what I like to do now is transfer them into plastic tubs and put them in the fridge, and it stops them growing too much where they don't taste too good and you end up chucking them away. And so I'll just whack these chickpeas in this little tub. Now these chickpeas you can put them into curries, and getting them dried, they work out cheaper than buying them in tins or other packets. So it's a cheaper way of getting organic chickpeas, about half the price of getting tinned organic chickpeas, buying them dried. Another way I found recently of cooking these, which was quite good, was in a non-stick frying pan, just frying up with a bit of chili spices and a nice crunchy little source of protein you can add to meals. So just whack that in the fridge, and I think I'll put the lentils and the mung beans in together, and I'll use them in salads and sandwiches and things. Actually no, I'll just keep them separate because I might want to stir fry some of these mung bean sprouts. And just whack them in the fridge like that. Should stay in the fridge for a week. Ready to use. Salads, sandwiches, curries, stir fries. Boom, boom. Get that raw vegan protein into your diet with the Biosnacky 3-tier sprouter. One of the best, efficient, cleanest ways I've found of sprouting these pulses, which are a great thing to include in a healthy plant-based diet. So yeah, hope that's been useful. Boom!